Hi students, welcome to Narayana Online Digital Classes. I am Dr. CSR, Department of Chemistry, Madhapur, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss some very interesting questions on the concept of heavy metals. Let us go with the first question. Yes, litharge. Litharge is one of the minerals that is available naturally in the earth crust. You know, lead monoxide, one of the compounds of lead. This lead monoxide in the nature is available mainly in two forms. One is massicot, M-A-S-S-I-C-O-T, massicot. Another one is our litharge. These two have same composition PbO, of course, same composition PbO. But interesting thing is, physical properties are different. Actually, this is an yellow colored substance, yellow colored powder, yellow colored mineral, whereas it is nearly buff colored substance, buff colored mineral, buff colored. So as far as lead minerals concerned, there are many minerals for the lead available in the earth crust, among which one of the most important minerals of the lead is PbO. As far as massicot concerned, it has different crystalline structure. You are going to learn all these crystal structures in second year topics coming ahead. Solid state chemistry. Its crystal structure different from litharge. It has orthorhombic structure. Orthorhombic crystalline structure, whereas litharge has tetragonal crystalline structure. So there are many differences in physical properties between massicot and litharge. So in the question, which among the following is litharge? Means it is lead monoxide, PbO. So answer is first option, information based. Okay, let us go with the next question. Fine. Which one of the following compounds is not stable? It's a very frequent question in the examinations. Here you see exclusively in P block elements. Remember, P block in the sense from 3A to 8th A group elements, I mean 0 group elements. These are all considered to be P block elements, you know well. In this P block, a peculiar character is there, a very, very interesting peculiar character. What is that? Inert pair effect. Inert pair effect that we have studied in our first year concept periodic table. Inert pair effect. Usually, when we move from top to bottom in any P block group, then exhibition of higher oxidation state tendency is gradually decreasing. Let us go with the fourth year group. Why not? Because it is fourth year group concerned. We will discuss the example through fourth year group. If I take fourth year group, you are familiar with elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, stannum and lead. These are all fourth year group elements. Very familiar to you. In carbon, as far as carbon concerned, it shows higher oxidation state +4. Very stable. Of course, in less than 1% compounds, it may show +2 oxidation state. Let us take best example, carbon monoxide, +2. Very rare, less than 1% +2 is there. But when we move from carbon to lead, then stability of +2 oxidation state increases. That is what we mean. Stability of higher oxidation state decreases and lower oxidation state increases down the group. Why? The behind reason is inert pair effect. You know very well, general outermost configuration of fourth year group elements is NS2, NP2. Okay. Here, if all the 4 electrons are participating in the bonding, all the 4 electrons, 2 + 2, are participating in the bonding, we have +4 oxidation state. In carbon, this happens well due to small size. Whereas, in the case of lead, NS electrons will not be participated. NS electrons will not be participated. Of course, not much. Participates in some cases, rarely. But what I am saying here, what you have to understand, tendency to involve of NS electrons in the bonding gradually decreases. In carbon, actively participating. In lead, not participating much. So, non-participation of NS electrons in the bonding is called inert pair effect. Usually, inert pair effect directly proportional to atomic size. Atomic size. What we mean? Inert pair effect directly proportional to size of s orbital. You see, in carbon, 2s orbital is participating, small, very small in size. In the case of lead, 6s orbital is participating. So as the n value is increasing, size of s orbital increases, inertness increases. That's why NS electrons not much participated in the case of lead. So, in the lead, finally, we conclude that +2 is stable, +4 is not stable. Now, we can come to the question. PbCl2, here lead is carrying +2 oxidation state, stable. In PbI4, +4 oxidation state, dangerous to the lead. In SnCl2, just before lead, stannum is present. So, +2 only, no issue in it. As far as Sn +4. So, among these 4 options, in B option as well as in D option, we have +4 oxidation states. Then which one should be suitable answer for this question? Look at, compared to lead, Sn atom is small in size. That too, in stannum, 5s orbital is involving in the bonding. So 5s orbital is not much inert than that of 6s orbital. That's why in lead 6s orbital is very, very inert. That's why we say PbI4 is the most unstable compound. That too, in D option, chlorine, highly electronegative, strong affinity is there with the Sn plus 4. Here, I minus, iodide ion, lesser affinity with lead. There are two factors which are influencing the least stability of PbI4 among all options. That is, one is inert pair effect of lead due to large size of 6s orbital and least electronegativity of iodine atom. So, I have given very detailed reason for the instability of PbI4. Okay, let us move to the next question. Fine. Just we have discussed in the first question, Massicot. You know, lead monoxide. We have seen in the first question, lead monoxide. So as far as lead monoxide concerned, it is available in the form of two minerals. One is Massicot, naturally available crystal in the earth crust. So this is Massicot. Another one is, we have discussed in the first question today, Litharge. These two have same composition, but physical properties are different. I told you, this is yellow in color, this is buff in color, buff colored compound, gray colored compound. So Massicot is definitely lead monoxide having yellow color, one of the minerals of lead. Fine. Now we can go with so before that, for this question, Massicot, option A will be the answer. Now let us go with another question. Fine. Here, this question was given many times in our national examinations. We should have proper adequacy towards the products and balancing the equations. Whenever an equation is studied, it is information based, no doubt at all. But that equation should indicate experimental fact. Experimental fact. Here you see 470 degrees Celsius, because lead monoxide is a highly stable substance, highly stable among all lead compounds, because it is carrying +2 oxidation state. So it is one of the stable compounds. To convert it into other compound, we should heat to very, very high temperatures, isn't it? So on reaction with oxygen above 470 degrees Celsius, 470 is the very, very high temperatures in the laboratory conditions. We are at 27 degrees Celsius. Imagine 470, very, very high. So at this temperature only, lead monoxide responds towards giving of the products. So what is the product formed, experimentally proved? That is Pb3O4. Whatever the product formed will be experimental fact. We can write different products as we wish. I will write one product, you will write another product. But whenever lead monoxide lithargy is heated strongly with oxygen, in presence of oxygen, Pb3O4 is formed. Pb3O4, commonly known as red lead. Red lead. It is a red colored pigment. Red colored pigment used as sindoor, kunkuma, sindoor, tilakam. So, red colored sindoor will be containing Pb3O4, so also called sindoor. So, the product formed in this reaction, Pb3O4, that is red lead or sindoor. So, answer is asking in the reaction what is X. 100% it is Pb3O4, red lead or sindoor. Answer must be C. Okay? Let us go with the next question. Fine. It's a very frequent question in the examination. Strongest oxidizing agent is oxidizing agent. It must be reduced. It must be reduced. So, reduction in the sense decrease of oxidation state. I told you just now, Pb+4 oxidation state is unstable condition, 100% unstable condition. It don't want to have +4 oxidation state. So, it wants to convert, it is liking +2 oxidation state, Pb+2, Pb+2 oxidation state. So, in this reaction, we can say that Pb+4 is reducing this reaction, what we said to be reduction. Any species undergoing reduction, you know very well in stoichiometry, is called oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Any species undergoing reduction is considered to be oxidizing agent. So, if you see all the options here, PbO2, in the A option, PbO2 is carrying +4 oxidation state. So, we have to see about A, keep it in pending. So, PbO, so very beautiful oxidation state. Here lead is carrying +2 oxidation state, no issue. So, that is stable compound, no need of undergoing oxidation or reduction, something. So, as far as PbO concerned, definitely it will not be answer. Coming to Pb3O4, what is the background of Pb3O4? Actually, Pb3O4 is a mixed oxide among all oxides of lead. It is a mixture of two types of oxides. 2 PbO, 2 moles of lead monoxide and 1 mole of PbO2. So, PbO2 and PbO mixture in 1:2 ratio is Pb3O4. So, I can't say it is a highly stable, highly unstable. This is a comparative question. So, keep it in pending. You go for white lead. White lead, one of the important compounds of lead, plumbum. Here, white lead PbCO3, 2 moles and 1 mole PbOH taken twice. 2:1 ratio lead carbonate, and that's why it is commonly known as basic lead carbonate. Basic lead carbonate. Lead carbonate. It appears as a white powder, pigment. In olden days, we used to paint the walls with white lead only, but most unstable. Okay, anyway, so here lead is carrying in both cases +2 oxidation states. So no issue. With respect to the B, with respect to the D, there is no problem at all to change their oxidation states. So here we have to think about A and C options. C purely +4 oxidation state. A purely +4 oxidation state. C a mixture of +2 as well as +4 oxidation states. So next to A, C somewhat unstable. 100% unstable is PbO2, because +4 wants to change into +2. It is willing to undergo reduction. That's why it will be strongest oxidizing agent among all given options. If unless PbO2 present in the options, then we can give next priority to Pb3O4, because it contains PbO2 as one of the components, isn't it? So if PbO2 is not there in the options, then we go ahead for Pb3O4. Pb3O4 is also one of the oxidizing agents, but compared to this Pb3O4, PbO2, unstable oxidation state, it easily undergoes reduction. Okay. So answer for this question is PbO2 due to inert pair effect, as same reason mentioned in the previous question. Okay. We will go to the next question. Fine. Again, experimental fact is telling red lead used in Sindoor, when heated with carbon, then what is the product formed? You know well, Pb3O4, just we have seen in the previous question. This is having red color and red pigment, red lead, also called Sindoor. So this red lead on heating with coke, here there is an interesting thing. Coke or carbon is the best reducing agent among many reducing agents, a powerful reducing agent. It decreases the oxygens present in the Pb3O4 or removes completely oxygens. So the product is Pb along with carbon monoxide. The thing is, carbon in the elementary state has 0 oxidation state. Now here, +2 oxidation state. 0 to +2, carbon is undergoing oxidation. The important aspect in the reactions, exclusively for our IIT pattern examinations, every stage, in every equation, you see whether species is undergoing oxidation or reduction. That will be related to many questions of stoichiometry. Stoichiometry questions mainly based upon equations given in the groups of syllabus. So Pb3O4, when reduced by carbon, the product is lead and carbon monoxide. Completely oxygen was removed out. Here lead is carrying some positive oxidation state. What is the oxidation state of lead here? 3x. I don't know lead oxidation state. That's why 3x. Oxygen minus 8 is equal to 0. X is equal to 8 by 3. Each oxygen is carrying minus 2 now. Minus 2 into 4. That is minus 8. So here lead is carrying plus 8 by 3. Here it is carrying 0 elementary state. So Pb3O4 is undergoing reduction. Our carbon is undergoing oxidation. So this is definitely a redox reaction. So carbon reducing agents, the product are Pb and CO. So in the given question, the products formed when red lead is heated with carbon. Red lead, carbon. These two things you must recognize. So answer will be C, lead and carbon monoxide for this question. Okay, now we will go with another new question. Fine. The compound that liberates chlorine on heating with concentrated HCl. To solve this question, we must know the reaction of all four options with respect to the reaction with chlorine. That is interesting thing. So reaction with HCl. Which one liberates chlorine on reaction with HCl? So we must have adequate knowledge of various products formed with concentrated HCl. So first of all, PbO2. We go with A. On reaction with HCl, PbCl2 and water. There is no liberation of chlorine. Coming to the B, Pb3O4, red lead, on reaction with HCl, PbCl2. Now we have formation of chlorine along with water. Here I am not balancing the equations. Balancing is not a criteria here. Products are criteria. Understood the point? Balancing you should not by heart. First of all, beautifully write reactants and products, and then only you can balance all the elements. So here balancing is not criteria. So chlorine gas is liberated, definitely. We will see the C, PbO. In the same way it is giving products, HCl, PbCl2 along with water. In the D option, SnO2 also, same mode of products, SnCl2 and water. Here finally what we have to observe, PbCl2 is the common product, SnCl2. I mean +2 oxidation state is common in all the cases, as +2 is stable in the heavier metals of 14th group. But the only reaction which produces chlorine is red lead reaction. Red lead on combination with HCl producing chlorine. So in this reaction, we have chlorine gas. So Pb3O4, among all options, is giving chlorine gas. This is information based. We must be thorough with products of all substances, all the reactions. Okay? Let us go with the next interesting question. Oh, how many of the following will give oxygen on heating? Oxygen gas on heating. How many are producing oxygen? This is somewhat problematic question because we must know products of all substances by thermal decomposition. First, we will go with KMnO4. Whether it is giving oxygen or not, we will see. KMnO4 on thermal decomposition. K2MnO4 along with MnO2 and oxygen. Fine. Here oxygen is liberating. So KMnO4 is the one of the options producing oxygen. K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate. Actually it is, these two are stable substances, no doubt at all. But on thermal decomposition, K2CrO4, potassium chromate, as well as Cr2O3, one of the stable oxides of chromium, and also oxygen. Well, oxygen is liberating. Now, what about ZNO? I can't say. ZNO is a very, very stable crystal, white crystal. Usually at normal temperatures, it will not be decomposed. But on heating, just it changes its color, yellow. So I can't say it is liberating oxygen. But it has a defect. Sometimes oxygen will be evolved out. Due to crystalline defect, you are going to learn this zinc oxide structure and crystalline defect, metal excess defect in solid state chemistry, in solid state. So here, by normal heating, it will not be decomposed. I can't say that it is producing oxygen. Now, Na2O is a very, very stable compound. At any cost will not be decomposed. That too, first A group element, highly electropositive, very strong friendship with oxide ion, highly stable ionic crystal will not be decomposed. So I can't say ZNO, Na2O will not give oxygen gases at normal heating. What about PbO2? PbO2, Pb3O4, lead nitrate, all these lead compounds can give oxygen. So PbO2 will give litharge, Pb3O4, lead nitrate, PbNO3 taken twice. The previous question, on strong heating, we have liberation of PbO, formation of PbO as well as NO2 along with oxygen. So two interesting gases, reddish brown colored NO2 and oxygen gases are produced. So all these lead compounds can give oxygen. What about ammonium nitrate? You know well, laughing gas, ammonium nitrate, NH4NO3, nitrate. On strong heating, gas N2O, nitrous oxide along with water. Nitrous oxide commonly known as laughing gas. By absorbing, by inhaling this N2O, we get very beautiful exalted feeling, exalted. Then automatically after long time, we feel laughing. So N2O and water. N2O gas is produced, not at all oxygen. So here KMnO4, K2Cr2O7, PbO2, Pb3O4 and PbNO3 taken twice, except ZNO, Na2O and H4NO3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 compounds among given compounds are producing oxygen gas, isn't it? So answer will be 5. Now we will go to one more interesting question. Okay, fine. When Pb3O4, again red lead, Pb3O4, repeatedly we are saying it is a red lead. Is treated with concentrated HNO3, nitric acid in concentrated state. Then insoluble product obtained is, so very good question. Actually, what are the products formed? Very normal question. Among the products, we should have knowledge of solubility. So, related to two important aspects. So, here, first we must know products. What are the products formed? We should have such adequacy. Lead nitrate, PbNO3 taken twice, one of the products, along with PbO, lead monoxide, PbO, and water, lead dioxide, not monoxide. So lead nitrate, lead dioxide, water. Here, lead nitrate has slightly ionic nature because lead is not much electropositive. In between Pb+2 and NO3 minus, we have somewhat ionic nature. I can't say 100% ionic nature is present, just a small ionic nature is there. So it is soluble compared to PbO2. As far as solubility concerned, we must have some knowledge. Whenever a substance is soluble, hydration energy, if substance is soluble, this point is useful for your chemical bonding. Soluble, when hydration energy greater than of its lattice energy. Hydration energy, lattice energy, very familiar enthalpy changes. You have studied in your thermodynamics. Here PbO2, insoluble substance, all lead compounds, approximately insoluble substances. Reason? Hydration energy less than lattice energy. Lattice energy is absorbed energy during the dissolution of the substance. Suppose this is the substance, when dissolved in water, to break into its corresponding atoms, molecules or ions, some energy is absorbed. That is what we say lattice energy. When that particles get associated with water, some energy is liberated. That is hydration energy. Whenever a substance is dissolved in the water, it must undergo two enthalpy changes. One is hydration energy, liberated energy. As far as thermodynamics concerned, delta H is negative since it is exothermic process. Lattice energy concerned, delta H is positive since it is endothermic process. So whenever lattice energy is higher than hydration energy, then such substance is 100% insoluble in the water. So among given options, PbO2 is the insoluble substance that is formed in this reaction. Okay? So answer must be B for this question. Let us move towards one more question. Okay. Look at the question. The precipitate obtained by adding lead nitrate solution to a solution of sodium carbonate in aqueous condition. What happens? Just exchange reaction happens, that's all. Let us go with the reaction. Lead nitrate, PbNO3, taken twice. As far as different compounds of lead concerned, you are observing or not, in most of the compounds, lead is carrying +2 oxidation state. Okay, so this is lead nitrate composition. Now, he is telling sodium carbonate, anhydrous sodium carbonate. Hydrous sodium carbonate is washing soda, very familiar substance in our 1A group. So, just exchange happens. Nitrate ions will go that side, carbonate ions will come this side. Just exchange happens. So, what are the products? Lead carbonate along with sodium nitrate. So, in the given options, PbCO3, NaNO3 must be there. PbCO3. So, in this reaction, products formed is experimental fact. So, we must have adequacy in that experimental fact. Here exclusively exchange reaction takes place to give lead carbonate as one of the important products and stable products. Fine, answer is B. Now we can go with another question. Good. Look at different anions are appearing in the question. Anions. Which anion is giving white precipitation? White colored precipitation. So we must have knowledge of analytical chemistry. Which precipitation has? Formation of precipitation in a given solution. If when two substances added to give a precipitation, a condition is required to form precipitation by a substance, a condition. You have studied that condition in your ionic equilibrium, solubility product. KSP of that corresponding salt, KSP, must be less than ionic product. For example, if I say lead sulfide, PbS is a precipitation. For example, I am saying for example, lead sulfide is a precipitation. Means it has some fixed KSP value. KSP values will be fixed for a given substance. So, ionic product means Pb plus 2 and S minus 2. In the case of all these ions, we have justification of this condition. In all these cases, compared to the KSP, ionic product is formed. Approximately all the anions present here are giving precipitations. If you go with lead sulfide is a precipitation which is black colored precipitation. You are going to study all these things in practical chemistry, analytical chemistry. You are going to do the practicals also. Black colored precipitation. Color depends upon some other factors. That is different issue. Now PbCl2S, it is white colored precipitation. PbCrO4, it is yellow colored precipitation. And finally, PbI2, pale yellow precipitation. So, among these four, PbS is the black precipitation. So, answer must be sulfide so white precipitation. He is asking white precipitation, not black precipitation. So, answer must be B. So sulfide, black precipitation, chromate, yellow precipitation, iodide, pale yellow precipitation. So answer must be PbCl2, means chloride ion. Chloride ion on reaction with lead nitrate, the substrate involved in this reaction is lead nitrate. PbNO3 taken twice. We have PbCl2 along with NO3 minus. So answer must be chloride ions, which is white colored precipitation. Right. Now we will move with another beautiful question. Right. The question, statement oriented question. Lithophone is preferred over white lead as white pigment. Lithophone is preferred. I told you in the first or second question, white lead is a pigment which was used in olden days as painting on the walls and other things. So what is white lead? Just we have discussed basic lead carbonate, 2 moles of PbCO3 and just 1 mole of PbOH twice. 2:1 ratio lead carbonate and lead hydroxide mixture. This is basic lead carbonate. Basic lead carbonate. A white colored pigment used in the paintings or other dyes. Oh, okay, fine. Now, what is lithophone? Lithophone. Lithophone in the sense, it is also a mixture of barium sulfide, 2A group sulfide, along with zinc sulfide mixture. Barium sulfide, zinc sulfide mixture. This is the modern white pigment. Definitely, compared to the white lead is not preferable in modern days. Lithophone is preferable to give white painting and used as widely white pigment in the nowadays. So lithophone actually stable compound, stable mixture. Once coloring is done, then we no need to see again. If we do the painting with white lead, the main problem is the lead present in the white lead is combining with atmospheric hydrogen sulfide, H2S, to give black colored PbS, black colored compound. I told you PbS is black colored compound. So PbS is formed immediately. That white painting changes to black colored painting. So no need to apply the color again. So white changes to black. So economy. So but not like that commercially. It is not valuable. White painting should be white persistently. So lithophone definitely preferable than white lead. So under statement 2, what he has given, in the presence of H2S present in air, white lead turns into black due to the formation of lead sulfide, as I told. Okay. So you see the statement 1 is true, statement 2 is also true, statement 2 is the correct explanation, very correct explanation. Because if we use white lead, then automatically it becomes black by atmospheric hydrogen sulfide and due to the formation of PbS. So option A is 100% correct answer. Okay, let us move. Fine. One more question. Pb3O4 HCl. Stoichiometric consideration is telling that Pb3O4 is reacting with HCl, hydrochloric acid. What are the compounds formed? In the previous question we have discussed PbCl2, lead chloride, as well as chlorine gas also released along with water. Of course, water was given in the question. He is asking balanced form. The value of X was asked. X is obtained after balancing the equation only. So let us go with balancing. How many gram atoms of lead, how many lead atoms are present? 3 this side. So I can keep 3 here. How many oxygens? You know, while balancing the equations, a secret is there. According to Lavoisier, if oxygens are balanced both sides, then total equations likely to be balanced. If oxygen is balanced either sides, then total equation likely to be balanced. There's a great man Lavoisier's research work. So here 4 oxygens are there. I can keep 4 here. So 4 into 2, 8 hydrogen atoms. I can keep 8 here. Totally you can count the chlorine atoms also. 8 chlorine atoms, 3 into 2, 6 plus 2. So totally equation beautifully balanced. So for 1 mole of Pb3O4, 8 moles of HCl is required to get a completely stoichiometric equation. Absolute stoichiometric equation. So the value of X for this question must be 8. Okay. So in this question, what we have to know, what we have to understand, what we have to learn is balancing. That is 8. Let us go with the next question. Okay, fine. Pb3O4 reacting with nitric acid. He is telling an application oriented question. A is soluble in water. The oxidation state of B, A is soluble, oxidation state of B means A was fixed. We can't say this is A, we can't, we should differentiate A and B, the compounds. First of all, let us move with the products. As I told already, red lead, nitric acid. So on reaction with nitric acid is confining that A is soluble. That's why I must take A as lead nitrate because it is soluble compound. Automatically B must be insoluble compound. What is that? Lead dioxide. Previously we have discussed this question along with water. So this is the compound B. He has asked the oxidation state of lead in the compound B. So PbO2 is the compound B. As we mentioned, X minus 2 into 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to plus 4. So for this question, answer is plus 4. 4 is numerical integer value. So with this, we have finished today's session. We will meet in the next another session with another beautiful questions. Have a nice time.